Tarzan have? If you live in the jungle, you go to the jungle gym every day. And you have great muscles when you don't live in the jungle. You have puny little arms like this guy.
One question. How do you grow a belly like that?
It takes years of practice. Years of practice.
Y'all stand up. Let's sing about the wise man. You remember this? The wise man built his house upon the rock. The wise man built his house upon the rock. The wise man built his house upon the rock. And the rains came tumbling down. The rains came down and the floods came up. The rains came down and the floods came up. The rains came down and the floods came up. And the wise man's house stood firm. The foolish man built his house upon the sand. The foolish man built his house upon the sand. The foolish man built his house upon the sand. And the rains came tumbling down. The rains came down and the floods came up. The rains came down and the floods came up. The rains came down and the floods came up. And the foolish man's house went splash! So, build your house on the Lord Jesus Christ. Build your house on the Lord Jesus Christ. Build your house on the Lord Jesus Christ. And the blessings will come down. The blessings come down as the prayers go up. The blessings come down as the prayers go up. The blessings come down as the prayers go up. So build your house on the Lord Jesus Christ. Yeah! Excellent! Good job.
I think, Mr. Explorer, what was your name again?
My name is Dr. Livingston, I presume.
Dr. Livingston, I presume?
That fell flat, didn't it?
We're all falling flat today. They are all flat today.
Flat, very flat. But you can call me Doc.
Okay, Doc, I would like to have somebody come sing a song with us.
That's a good idea.
Who wants to come sing a song with us? Oh, we have one right here.
Ah.
She's going to sing. But wait, before she can sing a song. She has to wear the special song singing hat. Now I have a question for you. Do you know how an elephant stays cool in the jungle?
No.
Air conditioning.
Do you know why an elephant is so wrinkled?
I don't know.
Why is an elephant so wrinkled?
I don't know.
Have you ever tried to iron one?
No.
I don't know why it's so wrinkled.
All right. Hey, y'all stand up. Let's sing about three wandering Jews before you get started. Ready? All right. Listen. This side against that side, right? Here we go. All right. Follow along. Here we go. Once there was three wandering Jews. Once there was three wandering Jews. Wandering, Jews. Wandering, Jews. Once there was three wandering Jews. The first one's name was Abraham. The first one's name was Abraham. The first one's name was Abraham. The second one's name was Isaac. The second one's name was Isaac. Second one's name was Isaac. The third one's name was Jacob. The third one's name was Jacob. The third one's name was Jacob. They all went down to Canaan's land. They all went down to Canaan's land. All went down to Canaan's land. Woo! Thank you. I think this side won that round.
was in the jungle. Yep. We were talking about elephants. It was a giant elephant.
A worthy subject. Bull elephant. Bull elephant.
I would never try to iron an elephant. That elephant, he started to charge me.
Ooh. What did you do?
Do you know how to stop a charge? You know how to stop an elephant from charging?
Take away his credit card.
What? This is a tough crowd. Okay, sing us a song. We're dying here.
Y'all stand up. Let's do one more song, then we'll get you out. We're going to sing about the fountain that is deep and wide. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. You like this? Deep and wide, there's a fountain flowing deep and wide. Deep and wide, there's a fountain flowing deep and wide. And wide, and wide, there's a fountain flowing deep and wide. And wide, and wide, there's a fountain flowing deep and wide. And there's a fountain flowing deep and there's a fountain flowing and one more time. Deep and wide, there's a fountain flowing deep and wide. Deep and wide, there's a fountain flowing deep and wide. Good job, good job. All right, you guys go with your leaders. We'll see you back here in a little while. Have fun.
We are all going to stand up and grab
Tough crowd tonight, y'all.
partners. Everybody next to you, grab a hand.
It's not on.
Nothing in there. That's Tarzan's house. That's Tarzan's place. All right, hang on, y'all. So you guys glad to be at VBS?
Yeah.
That doesn't sound very enthusiastic.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, maybe. Can I actually lie up there?
No. No. All right. How many of you guys have been to VBS here before?
Me. Been here for 3 years.
Almost, but not quite. All right. Quite a few of you guys. All right. So, those of you that have been here before, you know what we do in here?
Story
We
time.
do a story. I'm going to read a story, and we're going to have some time to act it out.
Science.
Huh?
I've been here for 3 years. And I I've been here for 2 years.
We've done a bunch of them, haven't we?
You don't want to be a scientist
Okay.
anymore?
All right, so listen up, guys. Here is what our whole VBS theme is this year. We're in the jungle, right?
No, not you.
We're in the jungle, right? Huh?
Yeah.
Well, it sounds, yeah, but we're pretending that we're in the jungle. And if you're in the jungle, you have to make some good choices in what you do to stay safe, don't you? So, what we're going to be talking about all week is making good choices, okay? All right? All week we're going to be talking about decisions and choices and making good choices. What age group is this? Is this the fifth and sixth? How many of you guys are in sixth grade? You know what that means? You're about to age out here. Next year you have to come help me. Oh, yeah. You've been here how many years? You've been here several times. Yeah, for a long time. Okay. But you guys are the oldest group that we have here, which means a lot of you are about to start junior high, and before you know it, you're going to be in high school. And I'm going to tell you something, you have a lot of choices that you have to make, a lot of decisions that you're going to have to make. How many of you guys have had to make any choices or decisions today? Every one of us did, didn't we? Did you make any choices today? Did you make any decisions today? Somewhere along the line you did. We all did. We made a choice to get up, didn't we? Made a choice to go somewhere, what kind of clothes we was going to wear, what we were going to
parents
do.
wanted me to go. I didn't even want to go. I wanted to come here, but
Well, sometimes our choices are made for us, aren't they? So, we're going to be talking about choices this week. And tonight we're going to tell a story, and we're going to do a little skit about a couple of people who have choices that they can make and the choices that they made. And the main one is a guy named Daniel. How many of you guys have heard about Daniel in the Bible? Anybody know the famous story about Daniel in the Bible? What's the most famous thing that happened with Daniel in the Bible?
he was going to get eaten by lions.
He was going to get eaten by lions. They threw him in the lion's den, didn't they? That's the old story of Daniel and the lion's den. And that's the story we're going to look at tonight, because the reason that Daniel wound up getting thrown into the lions is because he had a choice that he had to make. And we're going to do a little skit tonight. You guys are going to watch this story, and then we're going to talk a little bit about the choices that Daniel had to make and that others had to make also, okay? All right, so a long time ago, in a place called Persia. In a place called Persia, this was a very large empire, Persia was, and they had a king that oversaw the entire empire. That king's name was Darius. Now, I'm going to give you guys a hint here, okay? Pay close attention, because you guys have been here before. You know that when we finish, I'm going to ask you questions and see how much you remember from the story, okay? So, it was the Persian Empire, and there was a king, and his name was Darius. Now, Persia was a very large empire. It was huge. It covered a lot of territory and had a lot of people in it. It was so big that Darius was having trouble taking care of it all by himself. And King Darius would often sit on his throne and he'd yell out, "All this territory and all these people."
All this territory and all these people.
It's almost more than I can handle.
It's almost more than I can handle.
And I don't know what to do.
And I don't know what to do.
But Darius had some advisors, and one of those advisors' names was Daniel. And Daniel stepped forward and said, "Oh, great King Darius.
Oh, great King Darius.
I have an idea.
I have an idea.
How about
if
you put some men in charge of different parts of the country?
you put some men in charge of different parts of the country?
Then they could help you rule everything."
Then they could help you rule everything.
And Darius said, "Wow,
Wow.
that's a great idea.
That's a great idea.
Daniel, you're one smart cookie."
Daniel, you're one smart cookie.
And he said, "Call together all of my advisors and bring them here."
Call together all of my advisors and bring them here.
So Daniel called together all of the king's advisors in the king's court, and he brought them before the king.
All the advisors. Let's go.
They went before the king, and King Darius said, "Daniel has come up with a great idea.
Daniel has come up with a great idea.
That I'm going to divide up my kingdom, that you will look over it to help me.
That I'm going to divide up my kingdom and you are going to look over it to help me.
And I'm going to put over all of you 3 men in particular.
And I am going to put over you 3 men in particular.
I'm going to put over you my administrator Kip.
I'm going to put over you my administrator Kip.
And my administrator Phil.
And my administrator Phil.
And of course Daniel, because it was Daniel's idea.
And of course Daniel, because it was Daniel's idea, yeah.
But there was another administrator there that was a little jealous named Ryder, and he said, what about me?
What about me?
King Darius said, what about you? Did I say 4?
What about you? Did I say 4?
Ryder said, no, you said 3.
No, you said 3.
King Darius said, count these men that I picked.
Count these men that I picked.
And Ryder said, 1, 2, 3. And King Darius said, I'm so glad you went to college. You've learned how to count, college boy.
I'm so glad you went to college. You learned how to count, college boy.
Ryder. King Darius said, now, since you're so smart, I have a job for you.
Now, since you're so smart, I have a job for you.
Whatever you'd like, O king, Ryder said.
Whatever you'd like, O king.
King Darius said, take all of these other men, not my 3.
Take all these other men, not my 3.
And go get my lions and move them to their new den.
And go get my lions and move them to the new den.
The Ryder said, but they might bite me.
But they might bite me.
King Darius said, wow, you did learn a lot in college.
Wow, you did learn a lot in college.
Now go get my lions.
Go get my lions!
So Ryder and the others went to get the lions.
Come on, Reed.
While King Darius spoke to the 3 main administrators, telling them all the things that they were going to do.
All of the things you are going to do.
Now, King Darius was so happy with the job that Daniel did by giving him this idea, that King Darius decided that he was going to actually make Daniel the ruler over the other 2 out of the 3. So King Darius said, oh, here comes the others bringing the lions.
Whoa.
King Darius said, Daniel, you've done such a good job, I'm going to make you ruler over everything.
Daniel, you've done such a good job, I'm going to make you ruler over everything and everyone.
Well, the other administrator was very jealous of that. Administrator Kip said, so he's just going to make us boss.
So he's just going to make you boss?
And Phil said, sounds like.
Sounds like
We need to find a way to get rid of this guy.
we need to find a way to get rid of this guy.
You're right. Well, Ryder popped up and said, I have an idea.
I have an idea.
Kip and Phil both said, be quiet, college boy.
Be quiet, college boy!
Phil said, I know what we can do. We can catch him making a mistake, and then the king won't like him anymore.
I know what we can do. We can catch him making a mistake, and then the king will know what to do.
But Kip said, he never makes mistakes, though.
He never makes mistakes, though.
And then Ryder said, I have an idea.
I have an idea.
And Kip and Phil said,
Shut up, college boy!
then Kip said, maybe we can catch him cheating or stealing.
Maybe we could catch him cheating or stealing.
And Phil said, he never cheats or steals, though.
He never cheats or steals.
And Ryder said, I have an idea.
I have an idea.
And Kip and Phil said,
Be quiet, college boy!
Phil said, maybe we could catch him lying about something and tell the king.
Maybe we could catch him lying about something, and then we could tell the king.
Kip said, but he's as honest as the day is long.
But he's as honest as the day is long.
He'll never lie.
He'll never lie.
And then Ryder yelled really loud, I have an idea.
I have an idea.
So Kip and Phil said, okay, what is it?
Okay, what is it?
Ryder said, the lions we put in the den are hungry.
The lions we put in the den are hungry.
And the main lion said, I sure am hungry.
Sure am hungry.
The other lion said, me too.
Me too.
The main lion said, I could eat something right now.
I could eat something right now.
And the other lion said, me too.
Me too.
Then the main lion said, I could eat anything right now.
I could eat anything right now.
The other lion said, me too.
Me too.
Then the main lion said, I wish you'd say something else.
Wish you'd say something else.
The other lion said, me too.
Me too.
Kip said, So you're saying, feed Daniel to the lions.
So you're saying, feed Daniel to the lions?
Phil said, that's not a bad idea.
That's not a bad idea, college boy.
But the king loves Daniel.
But the king loves that.
Writer said, Daniel prays to God every day.
Daniel prays to God every day.
Tell the king to make a law that no one can pray to anyone except the king.
Tell the king that no one can pray to God
And only pray to the king.
and only pray to the king.
Kip said, I get it. Then when Daniel prays to God, we'll have it.
I get it. Then when Daniel prays to God, we'll have it.
So they gathered all the administrators together again, and they went before the king. All the administrators went before the king, and Phil said, "Oh, great, wonderful, mighty King Darius, may you live forever."
Almighty, great King Darius, may you live forever.
King Darius said, yeah, what do you want?
Yeah.
Kip said, "Oh, mighty king, you should make a law
Oh, mighty king, you should make a law
that anyone that prays to any god except praying to you should be thrown to the lions."
that anyone who prays to any god except praying to you shall be thrown to the lions.
King Darius said, "That's not a bad idea.
That's not a bad idea.
It's good to be king.
It's good to be king.
I like people worshiping and praying me."
I like people worshiping and praying to me.
So King Darius made it a law that anyone who prayed to anyone other than him would be thrown into the lion's den. Now when Daniel heard about this, he knew he had to make a choice. He believed in God and he prayed to God every day. Now he was being told that he couldn't pray to God anymore. Daniel had a choice to make. Was he going to keep praying to God, or was he going to be thrown to the lions because he prayed to God? What do you think Daniel's going to do?
Pray to God.
That's what he does. Daniel knelt down and he prayed to God and said, "God, I know what I'm going to do.
God, I know what I'm going to do.
No one can keep me from praying to you.
No one can keep me from praying to you.
So I will keep on praying."
So I will keep on praying.
And Daniel knelt down and he prayed to God, not just once, but 3 times. Every day Daniel would kneel down and pray to God. And one day as he was kneeling down praying, the others saw him. And Ryder yelled, "Look, he's breaking the law."
Look, he's breaking the law.
Kip said, "He is. We've got him now."
He is. We've got him now.
And Phil said, "Finally, we can get rid of this guy."
Finally, we can get rid of this guy.
They all rushed back to the king, so excited that they all started talking at once.
All right.
King Darius yelled, "Quiet!
Quiet!
One at a time."
One at a time.
And Ryder said, "Well, king."
Well, king.
And King Darius said, "Not you, college boy."
Not
somebody
you,
else."
colored boy.
Phil said, "Great King Darius."
Great King Darius.
Daniel has been praying to his God, and you made a law for him not to.
Daniel has been praying to his God, and you made a law against that.
And Kip said, "Yes, king, now Daniel has to be thrown to the lions."
Yes, king. Now Daniel has to be thrown to the lions.
And the main lion yelled out, "Finally, I might get some supper."
Finally, I might get some supper.
And the other lion said, "Me too."
Me too.
King Darius said, "But Daniel's my favorite. I like Daniel. I love Daniel.
But Daniel's my favorite. I like Daniel. I love Daniel.
And I don't want to get rid of Daniel and feed him to the lions."
And I don't want to get rid of Daniel and feed him to the lions.
And the main lion yelled out, "Can I get an order of fries with him?"
Can I get an order of fries with him, please?
And the other lion said, "Me too."
Me too.
Phil said, "You have to throw him to the lions. You made the law."
You have to feed him to the lions. You made the law.
King Darius said, "I did make the law.
I did make the law.
So to the lions he must go."
So, to the lions you must go.
They took Daniel and they carried him to the lion's den and threw him in.
Whoa. Let's just talk about it.
King Darius was upset and he said, "Daniel, may your God rescue you."
Daniel, may your God rescue you.
Well, that night, an angel of the Lord appeared. And that angel of the Lord went into the lion's den. And the angel of the Lord came to shut the mouths of the lions. And he said, "No free meals for you tonight."
No females for you tonight.
And the main lion said, "But I'm so hungry."
I'm so
And
hungry.
the angel said, "Hush your mouths."
Hush your mouth.
And from that point, the lions couldn't open their mouths anymore. And the angel left. King Darius, all night long, he was upset, and he couldn't sleep because of Daniel in the lion's den. The next morning, he woke up early, and he rushed to the lion's den. And he called out, Daniel!
Daniel!
Servant of the living God!
Servant of the living God!
Has your God rescued you?
Has your God rescued you?
And Daniel called out, O king, my God sent his angel.
Oh God, O king, my God sent his angel.
He shut the mouths of the lions.
He shut the mouths of the lions.
They have not hurt me because I'm innocent.
They have not hurt me because I'm innocent.
Daniel came out of the lion's den, and he was unharmed. The king was so happy. King Darius yelled, I'm so happy!
I'm so happy!
And he hugged Daniel. And Daniel hugged him. And they hugged each other. But then King Darius let go of Daniel. And he called those other three guys.
Hey, other three guys, come here.
And he said to them, guess where you're going?
Guess where you're going?
Dairy Queen?
Home.
No. You're going to the lion's den!
And the main lion yelled out, Yeehaw, all-you-can-eat buffet!
Yeehaw! All-you-can-eat buffet!
Then the king called out to all the people, all my kingdom must fear and pray to the God of Daniel. He is the living God.
All my kingdom must fear and pray to the God of Daniel. He is the real and living God.
And they threw the other men to the lions.
Right, get out of here.
And the king and Daniel ruled the kingdom great for the rest of his life. The end. All right. Now, did you guys pay attention to it?
Yeah.
Did you? All right. We'll find out. What was the king's name? Oh, are we really? There we go. Okay. All right. All right. We're going to quiz you tomorrow. What's the king's name? Darius. Darius. Very good. Okay. All right. We got behind on everything we're doing tonight. Everybody take one of these. Hang on. Take one of these and one of these and. These cards are memory verses. I want you guys to take them home and memorize them and come back tomorrow, okay? Pass a couple of those things out for me.
This thing's too small. This thing's too big.
Come back. Oh, I'm going to take that bread. Did you get one? You don't have to wear it.
One, but it's too small. Yeah, I'm gonna yeah.
All right, gotta go to the next one. Hey, you guys take these cards, seriously. Are they going this way? Okay. Take these cards, memorize this first tonight, and ask you about it tomorrow, okay? Sorry about rushing tonight.
We get tired.
Thank you, Dan.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye, guys. We will see you in a little while. Right there. There you go.
Everybody sit down in your dollars. Everybody give me my
Wow, you guys got a big class. Is this it?
It better be.
Is this it or you got more coming? Wow, what a class. How are you guys doing? Are y'all having fun tonight? Yeah! Where did you go? What did you just do? Where were they? Food? Snacks. You guys already had snacks. Oh, well, I meant here, not out there. You went and got snacks here, didn't you? Did you get some cookies? Did you get cookies? Were they good? They were lying cookies? Well, guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Listen up. Guess what? Do you guys know what a play is? It's like watching TV, only it's live. It's like watching a movie, only it's live. We're going to do a play. We're going to do a little skit tonight. Yeah. And we're going to do a little play tonight, and it's about a guy who had to face some lions.
Wow.
Have you ever heard of a story called Daniel and the Lion's Den? It's a story from the Bible, and it's about a man named Daniel. And we're going to see that story. You did? Okay. Now listen up. Everybody listen up. You got to be quiet. You got to pay attention to the story, okay? And see what's happening. You guys have lion cookies, and we're going to see a story about a guy that had to face some lions. His name is Daniel. Okay? All right. You guys ready? Okay. All right. You know what we're going to talk about? We're going to talk about Daniel and this lion's den. You know what Daniel had to do? Daniel had to make a choice. Do you guys know what a choice is? You all know what a choice is? We all have choices that we have to make in our lives, and we have to decide what's a good choice and what's a bad choice. That's right. So tonight's story is about a guy that had to make a choice. Are y'all ready to hear it? Okay. A long time ago, in a land far away called Persia, there was a king that ruled over this land. And this king's name is Darius. And King Darius oversaw this whole great kingdom. And it was a huge kingdom that he had to oversee. It had so many people that King Darius was wearing himself out trying to take care of everybody and trying to oversee everything, and he just couldn't hardly do it anymore. And King Darius said, all this territory and all these people.
All this territory and all these people.
It's just more than I can handle.
It's just more than I can handle.
King Darius did not know what to do.
I did not know what to do.
But he had an advisor there named Daniel. And Daniel said, oh, great King Darius.
Oh, great King Darius.
I have an idea.
I have an idea.
Why don't you divide up your kingdom with some people to oversee different parts?
Why don't we divide up the kingdom with some people to oversee all the parts?
That way, you don't have to do it all.
That way, you don't have to do it all.
King Darius said, that's a wonderful idea.
That's a wonderful idea.
He said, Daniel, call all of my administrators.
Daniel, call all of my administrators. Come on.
Daniel
all of
got
the
all of his administrators. And they all came before King Darius. And King Darius said, Daniel has given me a great idea.
Daniel has given me a great idea.
I'm going to put you over different parts of the kingdom.
I'm going to put you over different parts of the kingdom.
So that will give me a break.
So that will give me a break. Give me a break.
Okay, that part. But King Darius said, I'm going to make 3 of you over everybody.
I am going to make 3 of you over everyone.
And number 1, he said, I picked Daniel.
Number 1, I pick Daniel.
Number 2, I picked Phil.
Number 2, I pick Phil.
And number 3, I picked Kip.
Number 3, I pick Kip.
And Ryder said, what about me?
What about me?
King Darius said, what about you?
What about you?
Did I say 4?
Did I say 4?
Ryder said, no, you said 3.
No, you said 3.
And how many of them are there, King Darius said.
And how many of them are there?
And Ryder counted them. 1, 2, 3. There's 3. King Darius said, I'm glad you learned how to count in college.
I'm glad you learned how to count in college.
Since you're so smart, I have a job for you.
Since you're so smart, I have a job for you.
Ryder said, whatever you would like, King.
Whatever you would like, my king.
King Darius said, take all of these others, not my 3,
Take all of these others, not my 3,
and go get my lions and move them to the new den.
and go get my lions and move them to the new den.
Ryder said, but the lions might bite us.
But the lions might bite us.
King Darius said, you are a smart college guy.
You are a smart college boy.
Now go get my lions.
Oh, go get my lions.
So Ryder and the others went to get the lions and moved them into the lion's den. And while they were gone, the other 3 administrators got with King Darius, and they talked about all of the things that they were going to be doing in their kingdom.
All of the things, all of the things,
All of the ways they were going to work the kingdom.
all of the ways. All of
And
the
then
ways.
King Darius said, I'm going to put one of you over everybody.
I'm going to put one of you over everyone.
And that one person will be Daniel.
And that one person will be Daniel.
Kip said, so he's just going to make him boss over us?
So he's just going to make him boss over us.
Phil said, sounds like.
What it sounds like.
We need to find a way to get rid of that guy.
We need to find a way to get rid of that dude.
Ryder said, I have an idea.
I have an idea.
Kip and Phil said,
Be quiet, college boy.
Be quiet, college boy.
Phil said, we need to catch him making a mistake. Then the king won't like him anymore.
You know, we need to catch him making a mistake, and then the king won't like him anymore.
Kip said that he never makes any mistakes.
But he never makes any mistakes. Like Mr.
Kip,
Percy.
Kip said, or Ryder said, I have an idea.
I have an idea.
Kip and Phil said,
Be quiet, college boy.
Kip said, maybe we can catch him cheating or stealing.
Maybe we could catch him cheating or stealing.
Phil said, but he never cheats or steals.
He never cheats or steals.
Ryder said, I have an idea.
I have an idea.
And
Be
they
quiet,
said,
college
Be
boy.
Phil
Don't
said,
get ahead of me.
Phil said, maybe we can catch him lying about something.
Maybe we can catch him lying about something.
Kip said, nope, he's as honest as the day is long.
But he's as honest as the day is long. That won't work.
Finally, Ryder yelled, I have an idea.
I have an idea.
Kip and Phil finally said, okay, college boy, what is it?
Okay, college boy, what is it?
The lions that we put in the den.
The lions that we put in the den.
They're hungry.
They're hungry.
The main lion said, I sure am hungry.
I sure am hungry.
The other one said, me too.
Me too.
The main one said, I wish they'd give us something to eat.
I wish they'd give us something to eat.
The other one said, me too.
Me too.
The main one said, I could eat anything right now.
I could eat anything right now.
The other one said,
Me too.
the main one said, I wish you'd say something else.
I wish you would say something else.
And he said,
Me too.
Kip said, so you're saying feed Daniel to the lions.
So you're saying feed Daniel to the lions?
Phil said, that's not a bad idea.
That's not a bad idea.
Except that the king loves Daniel.
Except, the king loves Daniel.
Ryder said, Daniel prays to God every day.
Daniel prays to his God every day.
Tell the king to make a law that no one can pray to anyone except the king.
Tell the king that he should make a law that no one should pray to anybody but him.
Kip said, I get it. And then when Daniel prays to his God, he'll have it.
I get it. And then when Daniel prays to his God, we'll have it.
So they gathered all the administrators together, and they went to the king. Phil went in and said, oh, great, wonderful, mighty King Darius.
Oh, great, mighty, wonderful King Darius.
May you live forever.
May you live forever.
King Darius said, yeah, what do you need?
Yeah. What do you mean?
Kip said, oh, mighty king, you should make a law that anybody that prays to anything other than you be thrown to the lions.
Almighty King, you should make a law that if anyone prays to any god other than praying to you, they should be thrown to the lions.
Darius said, not a bad idea.
Not a bad idea.
It's good to be king, and I like people praying to me.
It's good to be king, and I like people praying to me.
So Darius made it a law that nobody could pray to God. They could only pray to him, or they'd be thrown into the lion's den. But when Daniel heard about this, he knew he had to make a choice. Daniel could choose to keep praying to God, or Daniel could choose to stop praying to God and pray to King Darius. What do you think Daniel chose to do? He chose to keep praying to God. And Daniel kneeled down and he prayed to God. And he said, "Oh God,
Oh God,
I know what I'm going to do.
I know what I'm going to do.
No one can keep me from praying to you.
No one can keep me from praying to you.
So I'm going to keep praying."
So I'm going to keep praying.
So Daniel kept praying to God, not just once a day, not twice a day, but 3 times a day. Daniel was praying to God. Daniel would kneel down and pray, but then the other guys saw him one day. And Ryder said, "Look, he's breaking the law."
Look, he's breaking the law.
And Kip said, "He is, we've got him now."
He is, we've got him now.
And Phil said, "Finally, we'll get rid of this guy."
Finally, we're going to get rid of this guy.
And they rushed back to the king so excited and took all the other administrators with them.
No, you will not.
And they all started talking all at once.
All I want
King Darius yelled, "Be quiet!
Be quiet!
One at a time."
One at a time.
Ryder said, "Well, King."
Well, King.
King Darius said, "Not you, college boy, somebody else."
Not you, college boy, someone else.
Phil said, "Great King Darius."
Great King Darius.
Daniel's been praying to his God, and you made a law not to.
Daniel has been praying to his God, and you made a law for him not to.
Kip said, "Yes, King, and now Daniel must be thrown to the lions."
Yes, King, and now Daniel must be thrown to the lions.
And the lion said, "Finally, I might get some supper."
Finally, I might get some supper.
And the other one said,
Me too.
King Darius said, "But Daniel's my favorite. I love Daniel. I don't want to feed him to the lions."
But Daniel's my favorite. He can't be thrown to the lion.
But Phil said, "You have to throw him to the lions, King. You made a law."
You have to throw him to the lions, King. You made the law.
King Darius said, "I did make a law.
I
So
did.
off to the lions he must go."
I did make a law, so off the lions. Let's go.
So they all went and they grabbed Daniel.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Come on. You want some of this? Come on, let's go.
And they took Daniel and threw him
You'll
into the
never
lions.
take me alive.
And King Darius yelled out, "May your God rescue you, Daniel."
May your God rescue you, Daniel.
That night, an angel of the Lord came and appeared before Daniel. He came into the lion's den to shut the mouths of the lions. And the angel said, "No free meals for you tonight."
No free bills for you tonight.
And the lion said, "I'm so hungry."
But I'm so hungry.
And the angel said, "Hush your mouths."
Hush those mouths.
And from that point, the lions couldn't open their mouths anymore. And the angel left. But all night long, King Darius was upset. He couldn't sleep because he knew Daniel was there being eaten by the lions. King Darius said, "I can't sleep. Why did I make such a dumb law?"
I can't sleep. Why did I make such a dumb law?
Early the next morning, he rushed to the lion's den and he called out, "Daniel,
Daniel,
servant of the high God,
servant of the high God,
has your God rescued you?"
has your God rescued you?
Daniel yelled back, "O king,
O King,
my God sent his angel and shut the mouths of the lions.
my God sent the angel and shut the mouth of the lions.
I have not been hurt
I have not been hurt
because I am innocent."
because I am innocent.
Daniel came out of the lion's den and was unharmed, and the king was so happy.
Yay!
He hugged Daniel, and Daniel hugged him. And he said, "I'm so happy."
I'm so happy.
Then the king called for the men that accused Daniel.
Hey, man, who keeps Daniel for somebody?
"Kip, Bill, Ryder, come here."
Kip, Bill, Ryder, come here.
King said, "Guess where you guys are going?"
Guess where you guys are going?
Home.
Burger King.
With them?
No, you're going to the lion's den.
And the main lion finally said, "Finally, something we can eat."
Finally, something we can eat.
Then the king called out to all the people,
All the people,
"All my kingdom
all my kingdom,
must fear and pray to the God of Daniel."
must fear and pray to the God of Daniel,
For he is the one true living God.
for he is the one true living God.
And Daniel did well with the king from that day forward. The end. All right. it if you heard it. Everybody paid attention to it? Okay. All right. Okay, everybody sit down. Bottoms in the seat. Bottoms in the seat. Everybody with the bottoms in the seat. All right. All right. Let's see here. Can anybody in here tell me what that king's name was? It's a hard name. Whoa, you got it. King Darius. King Darius. Can anybody tell me what the guy's name was that got thrown in the lion? Daniel. That's right. Now, why did Daniel get thrown to the lion? Because he was going to keep praying to God. He had to make a decision. Okay, you guys, you're going to go to your next class. You guys ready to go? Yeah! Okay. Wait, you gotta go. You gotta wait for your.
Get in your pews.
Okay. Hold on. All right.
You're really giving slack faces to 3 and 4-year-olds, really?
Mr. Van,
Yeah. Okay, here we go.
Okay, follow the leader that way. Wait. Hudson Anderson, wait until this everybody's done.
Take a hand. Everybody take a hand. Did you get one, honey?
Are y'all holding hands? Okay. I'm going to go ahead and start the next one. Hey, let's go, buddy. Hold his
All right, here we go.
Hold her hands. Turn around and hold her hands. Hey, honey, can y'all hold hands? Hold hands. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Okay, wait, hold on just a second. Can they scooch in right there? They were missing. Y'all separate hands for just a second. Add in. You guys go in. Go. You're missing your people.
Get one?
Hold on. Don't go too fast. Grab hands. Okay, you're at the back, dude. You're at the front. Go. Right there. Right there. Right there. Easton, grab yours. Wait. Okay. We wouldn't notice, like, what's 41? I don't think so. I'm going to beat my neck when we're done.
That's a big old bunch of cookies. There's like 30-something.
well, you can got asked
Me?
Yes, you have.
No, not me.
We've seen you before.
No, you haven't.
Hey, you did get it away. You were Miss Tarzan.
Come on in here and sit down.
Hey, you did the way, Tarzan. No way.
Come in here and sit down. How you doing, Dave?
I always know you. What's the actor that won't stop? Monkey, come out. I saw you. Come out. You get the puppets come out.
Not right now.
I saw two of the puppets. One in the air.
In the air?
Yeah.
Okay, you guys.
One of the puppets were
All right, where
over
did you
there.
just come from? From food?
Yeah.
Did you get some cookies?
Yeah.
Did they look like a lion?
Yeah.
Rawr.
Rawr, rawr.
Rawr, 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 lions. When lions in the jungle.
Tomatoes,
Icing. That's pretty neat. Okay, where did you go before that? Crafts?
outside.
Oh, you were outside. Okay.
Where they made me run it.
Okay. All right. So are you guys having fun at VBS?
Yeah.
Clap for me. Having fun at VBS? Okay. All right. You know what we're learning about this year at VBS this week?
Daniel, Dandelion.
Tonight it's going to be about Daniel and Lion's Den, but all week long we're learning about making good choices.
Yeah.
All of us have to make choices in our lives, don't we? We all have things that we have to do and decisions that we have to make. We're going to watch a story tonight. You guys know what we do in here? How many of you guys have been to VBS here before?
I've been here every time.
Yep. We're going to have a little play. We're going to have a little skit. And some guys are going to act out some parts for you. And it's going to be the story. How many of you guys have ever heard of Daniel and the Lion's Den?
I have a coloring sheet of that.
You do? So we're going to see that story now. Are you guys ready to see it? Because Daniel had to make some choices. So, if you guys are ready, we're going to do it, okay?
We are ready.
All right. A long time ago, in a place called Persia. This place was called Persia. Persia was a huge kingdom. And it was ruled by a king named Darius. And Darius had this big, huge kingdom that had so many people in it that it was hard for him to take care of it all by himself. And Darius was always trying to figure out what he was going to do. King Darius said, all these people and all this territory.
All these people in all this territory.
It's almost more than I can handle.
It's almost more than I can handle.
Well, he had an advisor named Daniel. And Daniel said to him one day, King Darius, I have an idea.
King Darius, I have an idea.
If you divide the kingdom up and put men over different parts, they can help you rule it.
If you divide the kingdom up and put men over different parts, they can help you rule it.
And Darius said, that's a great idea.
That's a great idea.
Call all of my administrators here.
Call all of my administrators here.
All of the administrators.
So all of King Darius's administrators went before the king.
Chop, chop.
And when they came before the king, King Darius said, Daniel has had a great idea.
Daniel has had a great idea.
That I would divide the kingdom up and let you guys take different parts to help me rule it.
That I would divide the kingdom up and have all of you guys have your parts to rule.
And he said, but I'm going to pick 3 to oversee everybody.
But I'm only going to have 3 to be over it.
And he said, number 1, because it was his idea, I picked Daniel.
Number 1, because it was his idea, I picked Daniel.
But I also picked Phil.
But I also picked Phil.
And I also picked Kip.
And I also picked Kip.
And Ryder said, hey, what about me?
Hey, what about me?
And King Darius said, what about you?
What about you?
Did I say 4 or 3?
Did I say 4 or 3?
Ryder said, you said 3.
You said 3.
And Ryder counted them. 1, 2, 3. And he said, there's 3.
There's 3.
And King Darius said, I'm glad you learned how to count while you were in college.
I'm glad you learned how to count when you were in college boy.
So King Darius told the 3, now that I have you,
now that I have you,
I'm going to put 1 as a main overseer over everybody.
I'm going to put 1 as a main overseer over everyone.
And he picked Daniel.
And I pick Daniel. Yeah.
The other administrators were upset about that. As a matter of fact, Phil said, so what are you going to do? Just make him boss over all of us?
So what are you going to do, dear king? Are you going to make him the boss over all of us?
And Darius said, yes, I am.
Yes, I am.
And Kip said, that just doesn't hardly seem fair.
Well, now that just doesn't hardly seem fair.
Just a second, Gage. Wait a second. Now I lost my place.
Doesn't seem fair.
Doesn't seem fair.
It just doesn't seem fair. And Ryder said, well, I didn't get a job at all.
Well, I didn't get a job at all.
And King Darius said, I've got a job for you, college boy.
I've got a job for you, college boy.
Take these others, not my 3.
Take these others, not my 3.
And go get my lions and put them in the den.
And go get my lions and put them in the den.
The Ryder said, but they might bite me.
But they might bite me.
And the king said, they did teach you a lot at college.
Well, they did teach you a lot at college.
Now go get my lions.
Now go get my lions.
So he took the others and went to get the lions. While he was gone, the other 3 stood there while 2 began to plot against Daniel. The one said, what are we going to do now that, Kip said, now what are we going to do since he's boss over us?
What are we going to do now that he's boss over us?
Phil said, we need to find a way to get rid of him.
We need to find a way. Just get rid of him.
About that time, Ryder popped up and said, I've got an idea.
I've got an idea.
They told him to be quiet, though.
Be quiet, college boy.
Phil said, we need to catch him making a mistake, and then the king won't like him anymore.
We need to catch him making a mistake, and then the king
Won't like him anymore.
won't like him anymore.
But Kip said, he never makes any
He
mistakes.
never makes any mistakes, Mr. Perfect.
Ryder said, I have an idea.
I have an idea.
They both
Be
said,
quiet, college boy.
Kip said, maybe we could catch Daniel cheating on something.
Maybe we can catch Daniel cheating on something.
Phil said, he never cheats on anything.
But he never cheats on anything.
Ryder said, I have an idea.
I have an idea.
And they said,
Be quiet, college boy.
Phil said, maybe we could catch him lying about something.
Maybe we could catch him lying about something.
And Kip said, Daniel's as honest as the day is long.
Daniel's as honest as the day is long. He never lies.
And then Ryder yelled louder, I have an idea.
Listen to me. I have an idea.
And Kip and Phil said, okay, what is it?
Okay, what is it?
Ryder said, the lions we put in the den.
The lions we put in the den.
They're hungry.
They're hungry.
The main lion said, I sure am hungry.
I sure am hungry.
The other one said, me too.
Me too.
The main one said, I wish they'd give us something to eat.
I just wish they'd give us something to eat.
The other one said, me too.
Me too.
The main one said, I wish you'd say something else.
I wish you would say something else.
And he said,
Me too.
Kip said, so you're saying feed Daniel to the lions.
So you're saying feed Daniel to the lions?
Phil said, that's not a bad idea.
That's not a bad idea, young'un.
But the king loves Daniel.
But the king loves Daniel.
Ryder said, but Daniel prays to God every day.
But Daniel prays to his God every day.
Tell the king to make a law that no one can pray to anybody except the king.
Tell the king to make a law that no one can pray to anybody except the king himself.
Kip said, I get it. Then when Daniel prays, we'll have it.
I get it. Then when Daniel prays, we'll have it.
So they gathered all of the administrators together and they went to the king.
Come.
All the administrators went before the king. And Phil said, oh, great and wonderful mighty King Darius.
Oh, great and mighty, wonderful King Darius.
King Darius said, yeah, what do you want?
Yeah, what do you want?
Kip said, oh, mighty king, you should make a law that anybody that prays to anyone other than you should be thrown to the lions.
Almighty King, you should make a law that anyone who prays to anyone other than you should be thrown to the lions.
And the king said, that's not a bad idea.
That's not a bad idea.
I like people praying to me.
I like people praying to me.
So King Darius made it a law that no one could pray to anyone except him.
I'll make it a law. No one can pray to anyone except me.
But when Daniel heard about this law, he knew he had to make a choice. He could either keep praying to God, or he could pray to King Darius. And Daniel knew what he was going to do. What Daniel did was he began to pray to God. And he kneeled down and he prayed, oh God, I know what I'm going to do.
Oh God, I know what I'm going to do.
No one can tell me I can't pray to you.
No one can tell me I can't pray to you.
So I'm going to keep praying.
So I'm going to keep praying.
And Daniel kept praying. Every day he would pray 3 times a day. But one day as he was kneeling down praying, the other men saw him. And Ryder said, look, he's breaking the law.
Look, he's breaking the law.
Kip said he is. We've got him now.
He is. We've got him now.
Phil said, finally, we can throw this guy to the lions.
Finally, we can throw this guy to the lion.
And they all rushed back to the king, so excited, all talking at the same time. But the king said, quiet!
What?
One at a time.
One at a time.
Ryder said, well, king.
Well, king.
Darius said, not you, college boy, somebody else.
Not you, college boy.
Phil said, oh, great King Darius.
Oh, great King Darius.
Daniel's been praying to his God, and you made a law for him not to.
Daniel has been praying to his God, and you made a law for him not to.
And Kip said, now you got to throw him to the lions.
Now, you got to throw him to the lions.
King Darius said, but Daniel's my favorite.
Daniel's my favorite.
I like Daniel.
I like Daniel.
I don't want him fed to the lions.
I don't want him fed to the lions.
But Phil said, you have to throw him to the lions. You made a law.
You have to throw him to the lions because you, sir, made the law.
King Darius said, I did make the law. So throw him to the lions.
I didn't make the law, so throw him to the lions.
And they took Daniel and they threw him into the lions.
Seize him!
Seize him!
Seize him!
Whoa, whoa, guys. Let's just talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Little back up here, please.
Back up there.
Okay.
Come help them see that. King Darius yelled, may your God rescue you, Daniel.
May your God rescue you, Daniel.
That night, an angel of the Lord came to Daniel in the lion's den. And the angel came to close the mouths of the lions. And he said, no free meals for you tonight.
No free meals for you tonight.
And the lion said, but I'm so hungry.
But I'm so hungry.
And the angel said, hush your mouth.
Hush your mouth.
And with that, the lions couldn't open their mouths anymore. And the angel left. And all night long, King Darius was upset and couldn't sleep. And early the next morning, he woke up and he rushed to the lion's den. And he called out, Daniel, servant of the Most High God.
Daniel, servant of the Most High God.
Has your God rescued you?
Has your God rescued you?
And Daniel called back, O king, my God sent his angel and closed the mouths of the lions.
O king, my God sent his angels and closed the mouth of the lions.
They've not hurt me because I was innocent.
They have not hurt me because I am innocent.
Daniel came out of the lion's den unharmed. The king was so happy that he hugged
Woo!
Daniel and he said, I'm so happy. Then King Darius called the other administrators.
Other administrators, come on.
Especially you three.
Especially you.
And he said, you guys know where you're going, don't you?
You guys know where you're going, don't you?
Home?
Dairy Queen?
No, you're going to the lion's den.
And the lion yelled, yeehaw, an all-you-can-eat buffet.
Yeah, I can eat buffet.
And the king had them thrown into the lion's den. And Daniel and King Darius worked together successfully from then on. Each day. All right. Good job, guys. All right. Did you guys pay attention to that?
Yeah.
Did ya?
Yeah.
If I ask you some questions about it, could you answer?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
All right.
I got a question.
I got a question.
Okay.
Question one.
What? I know.
What was the king's name?
I know. King. Darius.
Darius. All right. High five. King Darius. That's right. All right. Question number two. Anybody remember what the name of his kingdom was? That's a hard one because it was way back in the very beginning.
I like it.
Persia.
King of Persia.
I
Persia.
like it.
Okay. How many administrators did he pick?
Three.
Very good. What was his favorite one's name?
I
Daniel. Why did Daniel get thrown to the lions?
know.
Because he prayed to God when the king told him not to. Daniel had to make a choice, didn't he? He had to decide, am I going to do what God wants me to do?
He made a good choice.
He made a good choice because he chose to do what God wanted him to do and not what the king wanted him to do. So while you guys are going through life, when you go to school and when you're out running around with your friends and when you're doing things with your family, always make good choices, okay? Always try to remember what God would have you do and make that choice to do the right things, okay? Make good choices, all right? Okay, you guys, we've got just a couple of minutes left. I got a little something for you here.
Me?
All right. Bye.
Stop racing.
Hang on just a second.
I want my dress.
Okay.
Give me lion.
What?
Lion.
Put your arm out.
I want lion.
Put your arm out.
I want lion.
Put your arm out.
Hey, I wanted the lion. Hey,
Put your arm out.
You won't leave me
I got enough to give everybody what they want.
Hey, let's give what we get. Don't start with this.
Don't throw it this. Get what we get.
Get what you get.
Whoa!
No, fish. It's a mouse.
Oh,
Zebra. Look at that. I think. No, this is what my smell it. Look at it. Say, that's what you say. Look at it.
All right. Arm out. Arm out. Arm out.
No.
Oh, please. Arm out. Ready?
Okay, come here, baby. Sit with us.
There you go. Arm out. Arm out. You got a tight arm. You can go.
Theo, look, Theo, your little Lego man.
All right, I got 3 more down there. Where you guys at?
Did you get
Give me your arm. One more. Oh, did you get one already?
I think, yeah, she got one. I
Oh,
think
okay.
everybody got one.
All right, they got one. Here, you're out. Come on, I got plenty. All right, you guys, remember, always make good choices. Ready to go? All right. You're off to your next adventure.
We're gonna, oh, yeah.
You gotta go up
We're
this
gonna
way.
go this way? Okay. All right, guys, go, go, go. Go on, go Oh, ladies. You little stinkers.
All right, guys. Have fun. Some of them took a shortcut. Oh, no, it's another class. Are these the 3rd and 4th graders?
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's a rowdy class. I don't know what I'm missing.
They're very good. Except for
Have you been
this
very good except for this
This one
one?
right here.
This one's the I can see it in their eyes.
Just because she has an honorary grandpa.
She got an honorary gravity. You have an honorary gravity? All right, where we go? Well, this is the last stop.
Yeah, last year.
So you guys have already done games.
We've
you've
done it all.
crafts, you've done food.
Yes.
Do you? You trust me. Yeah. Okay. How many of you guys have been here for VBS before? Oh, almost all of you. You haven't been here before? Yeah. All right. So what we're going to do in here tonight is we're going to have a skit. Okay. Y'all know what a skit is? A play. Yep. Yes, ma'am. People, you can answer that. Play. We're going to have a skit or a play. Now, the whole theme over VBS this year is about making good choices, okay? And what kind of crafts did you guys do tonight? What kind of cookies did you eat? Do you see a theme going there? All about lions tonight, isn't it? Does anybody in here know a story in the Bible about lions? The lions did. Daniel?
I have a question.
Yes?
Why is there a tiger in here instead of lion?
Well, because tigers and lions both live in the jungle. And Mr. Well, he just went somewhere else tonight. I don't know where he's at. Okay. Quack, quack, quack. Everybody listen up. Listen up. We got just a few minutes and we're going to see a little skit tonight about Daniel and the lion's den. Now, it's all about making wise and good choices, okay? And Daniel's going to have a choice that he has to make. And I want you guys to pay attention to this because when we get done, if we got time, I'm going to ask you a couple of questions, okay? All right. So, a long time ago, in a place that was called Persia, there was a king who oversaw the whole land, and that king's name was Darius. Persia was a very large empire. It covered a lot of miles and had a lot of people. And Darius, the king, had a problem because he couldn't take care of all of it by himself, and it was wearing him out. And King Darius used to sit and say, all of this territory and all these people.
All of this territory and all of these people.
It's more than I can handle.
It's more than I can handle.
So King Darius had an advisor named Daniel. And Daniel stepped forward one day and said, King Darius, I have an idea.
King Darius, I have an idea.
What if you put administrators in charge of different parts of the country?
Now just hear me out. What if we put administrators over different parts of the country?
And that would ease your burden.
And that would ease your burden, and you would have to work less.
There. And King Darius said, that's a great idea, Daniel.
That's a great idea, Daniel.
And he said, call together all of the administrators and bring them here.
Call together all the administrators and bring them here.
All of the administrators, come on over here.
So Daniel called all the administrators before the king. And King Darius said, I have decided, by Daniel's advice,
I have decided by Daniel's advice
to put you over parts of the kingdom to help me to rule.
to put you over parts of the kingdom to help me to rule.
And I'm going to pick 3 of you to be in charge of everything over everybody else.
And I'm going to pick 3 of you to be in charge over everyone else.
Number 1, I picked Daniel because he gave me the idea.
Number 1, I pick Daniel because he gave me the idea.
And I picked Phil.
And I pick Phil.
And I picked Kip.
And I pick
And Ryder said, what about me?
What about me?
And King Darius said, what about you?
What about you?
I didn't pick you.
I didn't pick you.
How many did I pick?
How many did I pick?
3.
Can you count, college boy?
Can you count, college boy?
No, you
He
cannot.
counted 3. King Darius said, I'm glad you learned how to count in college.
I'm glad you learned how to count in college.
Since you're so smart, I have a job for you.
Since you're so smart, I have a job for you.
Ryder said, whatever you'd like, King.
Whatever you'd like, my king.
King Darius said, take these others and go get my lions and move them to their den.
Take these others, but not my 3, and go get the lions and bring them to their den.
Ryder said, they may bite me.
But they might bite me.
He said, you are a smart college guy.
You are a smart college boy.
Go get my lions.
Go get my lions.
So they all went to get the lions to bring them to the den.
No, don't worry.
While they were gone, the 3 administrators went about taking care of the country and talking with King Darius about things they needed to do. Now King Darius made another decision. King Darius said, I have decided that out of these 3, I will make 1 ruler over all.
Right. Come here, boy. Come here, other boy. I have decided that what did I decide to do?
To make 1 out
To
of
make
these 3
1 out of all of you,
a ruler.
the ruler.
And he said, Daniel, you've done such a good job. You will be the ruler.
Daniel, you've done such a good job. You will be their ruler.
Kip said to Phil, so he's just going to make him boss over us.
So he's just going to make him boss over us.
And Phil said, sounds like.
Sounds like
We need to get rid of that guy.
we need to get rid of that guy.
And Ryder said, I have an idea.
I have an idea.
And Kip and Phil both said,
Be quiet, college boy.
Phil said,
College boy.
we need to catch him making a mistake, and then the king won't like Daniel.
We need to catch him making a mistake, and then the king won't like him.
Kip said, but he never makes mistakes.
But he never makes mistakes.
Ryder said, I have an idea.
I have an idea.
Be quiet, college boy.
Kip said, maybe we could catch him cheating.
Maybe we could catch him cheating.
Phil said, but he never cheats.
But he never cheats.
Ryder said, I have an idea.
Listen, I have an idea.
Be quiet, college boy.
Phil said, maybe we could catch him lying.
Maybe we could catch him lying.
And Kip said, Daniel's as honest as the day is long.
But Daniel's as honest as the day is long. He never lies.
And Ryder finally yelled loud, I have an idea.
Y'all better listen to me. I have an idea.
They said, okay, what is it?
Okay, what is it, college boy?
Ryder said, the lions we put in the den, they're hungry.
The lions we put in the den are hungry for a Daniel sandwich.
And the lion said, I sure am hungry.
I sure am hungry.
The other lion said, me too.
Me too.
The lion said, I wish they'd give us something to eat.
I wish they'd give us something to eat.
The other lion said, me too.
Me too.
The lion said, I'd eat anything right now.
I would eat anything right now.
The other lion said, me too.
Me too.
The other lion said, I wish you'd say something else.
I sure wish you would say something else.
And he said,
Me too.
Kip said, so you're saying feed Daniel to the lions?
So you're saying feed Daniel to the lions?
Phil said, that's not a bad idea.
That's not a bad idea.
But the king loves Daniel.
But the king, he loves Daniel.
Ryder said, Daniel prays to his God every day.
Daniel prays to his God every single day.
Tell the king to make a law that no one can pray to anyone except the king.
Tell the king to make a law that no one can pray to anybody except to the king.
Kip said, I get it. Then when Daniel prays, we'll have it.
I get it. Then when Daniel prays, we'll have it.
So they gathered all the administrators together and they went to the king.
Come.
Phil said, oh, great, wonderful, mighty King Darius.
Oh, great, wonderful, mighty King Darius.
Darius said, yeah, what do you want?
Yeah, what do you want?
Kip said, oh, mighty king, make a law that anyone that prays to any god except you should be thrown to the lions.
Almighty King, make a law that if anyone prays to any god other than you, they will be thrown to the lions.
King Darius said, not a bad idea.
Not a bad idea.
I like people praying to me.
I like people praying to me.
So King Darius made it a law that no one could pray to any god. They could only pray to him.
I need my paper to sign it.
They can only pray to moi.
But when Daniel heard about this, he knew he had to make a choice. And Daniel believed in God, and he prayed to God every day. Now he was being told he couldn't pray anymore. Daniel prayed to God and said, I know what I'm going to do, God.
I know what I'm going to do, God.
No one can tell me I can't pray to you.
No one can tell me that I cannot pray to you.
So I am going to keep praying.
So I'm going to keep praying.
And Daniel just kept praying to God 3 times a day. He would kneel down and pray to God. That was just what the others wanted. One day Ryder saw him and said, look, he's breaking the law.
Look, he's breaking the law.
Kip said he is. We've got him now.
He is. We've got him now.
Phil said, finally we can get rid of this guy.
Finally, we can get rid of this guy.
And they all rushed back to the king, so excited. They all started talking at once, trying to tell the king all about what Daniel was doing. But King Darius yelled, quiet! Quiet! One at a time.
One at a time.
Ryder said, well, king.
Well, king.
King Darius said, not you, college boy.
Not you, college
Somebody
boy.
else.
Somebody else.
Phil said, great King Darius.
Great King Darius.
Daniel's been praying to his God.
Your Daniel has been praying to his God.
And you made a law for him not to.
And you made a law for him not to.
And Kip said, yep, now he's got to go to the lions.
Yep. Now he's got to go to the lions.
And the lion said, finally I might get some supper.
Finally, we might get some supper.
King Darius said, but Daniel's my favorite. I love Daniel.
But Daniel's my favorite. I love Daniel.
I don't want to feed him to the lions.
I don't want to feed him to the lions.
But Phil said, you have to throw him to the lions, King. You made the law.
But you have to throw him into the lions, my king, because you made the law.
King Darius said, I did make the law. So throw Daniel to the lions.
Throw him in the lions.
Seize him.
Seize him. Seize him.
Grab him, grab him, grab him.
Grab him.
Can I help?
Hey, good job.
So they threw Daniel to the lions. But that night, an angel of the Lord came to Daniel in the lion's den. And the angel shut the mouths of the lions. The angel said, no free meals for you tonight.
No free meals for y'all tonight.
The lion said, but I'm so hungry.
But I'm so hungry. What
The
about the
angels-
legs?
The angel
The
said,
legs?
the angel said, hush your mouth.
Let's go now.
With that, the lions couldn't even open their mouths the rest of the night. And the angel left. And all night long, King Darius couldn't sleep because he was so upset about Daniel being eaten by the lions. King Darius woke up early the next morning. He rushed to the den, and he called out, Daniel, servant of the living God.
Daniel, servant of the living God!
Has your God rescued you?
Has your God rescued you?
Daniel replied, O king, my God sent his angel and shut the mouths of the lions.
O king, my God sent his angel and shut the mouths of the lion.
They have not hurt me because I was innocent.
They have not hurt me because I was innocent.
Daniel came out of the lion's den unharmed. He and the king were so happy. They hugged each other. Then the king called for the men who accused Daniel.
All right, men, come here, other guys.
You three.
You three.
King Darius said to them, can you guess where you're going?
Can you guess where you're going?
Dairy Queen?
Home.
No, you're going to the lion's den.
Lion's den.
Get him, seize him.
So they were seized and they were thrown to the lion's den. Then King Darius said, all my kingdom must fear and pray to the God of Daniel.
All my kingdom must fear and pray to the God of Daniel.
He is the living God.
For he is the one true living God.
And Daniel did well with the king from then on. The end. All right. Did you guys pay attention to that story? All right, everybody sit down. Bottom's in the seat. Bottom's in the seat. Up. Sit.
I'm the lion.
Sit down. Okay, here we go. I'll ask you some questions. You think you paid attention? You know the story now?
I pay attention.
What was the king's name?
King Darius.
Darius. Very good. This is going to be a hard one because it was only mentioned once, and it was way back at the beginning of the story. Where was his kingdom? What was it called? No?
The kingdom of Persia.
Yes, it was. Very good. I'm impressed. Persia and King Darius. What was the man's name that got thrown to the lions?
Darius.
No, that was the king.
Daniel.
Daniel got thrown to the lions. How many administrators did he pick?
Three.
Very good. Who came to the lion's den in the night and shut the lion's mouth? An angel did. Let's see here. What happened to the men who accused Darius?
They got thrown
to the lion's den. All right, you guys did good. Listen, I've got something here for you. I want you guys to, we got a couple minutes here. This is a
Should we put them in our things?
Yep, you can put them in your things. It's a scripture from the Bible, and I want you guys to memorize it. You older classes, the third and
No, you'll
fourth,
just hang on to them. You'll take those home with you.
the third and the
Take the
fourth
scripture
grade,
home with you tonight.
the third and fourth grade, and fifth
No, you
and
won't
sixth
take those.
grade.
So just hold the scripture in your hand. You'll take the scripture home with you.
Are you guys keeping
But these,
Yeah,
name
it's
tags,
here.
you gotta keep them here till tomorrow.
I want you guys.
I'll stay here all
I want
day.
you guys to practice this scripture. Did I not give you one? I want you guys to practice this scripture, okay?
And then
Eric,
tomorrow.
can you guys all read it with me? Psalm 73:24. You guide me with your counsel, and afterward you will take me into glory. One more time. Psalm 73:24. You guide me with your counsel, and afterward you will take me into glory. You guys memorize that and come back tomorrow, and if you can tell me this verse without reading it. No?
So you'll take it home to practice.
Take it home and practice
Home
it.
with you,
But
practice.
we're going to do one every night for the two older classes, you guys and the 5th and 6th grade class. And if anybody wants to, on the last night, get up in front of everybody and recite all 3 scriptures. If they can do that, we'll have something special for them. Okay?
What is it?
So take this home and practice it, okay?
All
right.
Hold out your hand.
Stick your arm
Hold
out.
out your wrist. Yeah, hold out
Stick
your
your
arm.
arm out.
I really want to. Can I do
Your arm out.
two?
Stick your arm out.
Oh, can I have a Cheeto? Can I have a Cheeto? Thank you. Can I have a Cheeto?
What did you get?
Right.
I don't know if I got one. Okay, we gotta get going here, guys. We got
I don't care. No, Cheetos. I don't care.
I'm having two. I got 2 graphs.
Can I
Oh, your little brother, take that back. Now just one. That's all I got. All right, guys. Everybody sit down. We're gonna get ready to go back.
Hey, Ben, you want to sing Daniel on the Lion's Den?
Oh, here we go. I think we're fixing to wrap up.
That's why I do.
Here we go. Tell Kip. See if he's got it.
Oh, that's one we ought to do. That was Daniel.
All right.
Daniel, Daniel.
Don't lose it. All right. Come back. Come back. Come back. Who's in there? Get out of there. Go sit. Get back in your seat.
Okay, good. Y'all got all your stuff?
Yeah.
Let's stand up, move to our spots.
He's over here.
I'm somebody here, and here. These two right here. This one and this one. Go tell Pat, go back. This one and this one. Hey guys, let's run this. That's the wrong bitch. This one and this one.
I guess we're keeping back, bitch.
got the love of Jesus, love of Jesus down in my heart. Way down in my heart. Way down in my heart. Got the love of Jesus down in my heart. Way down in my heart to stay. I've got the peace that passeth understanding down in my heart. Way down in my heart. Way down in my heart. Got the peace that passeth understanding down in my heart. Way down in my heart to stay. And if the devil doesn't like you, he can sit on attack. Sit on attack. Sit on attack. If the devil doesn't like it, he can sit on attack. Sit on attack today. Good job. All right. How about this one? I think you guys know this one. Oh, goodness. What are you? The missing link?
No, me Tarzan.
Ah,
I
yes.
told you a while ago,
We
me
met
Tarzan.
earlier.
Yeah, yeah. Me
You're the guy with
Tarzan
the big belly.
the big muscle.
Muscles, yes, that's it.
Me Tarzan, the big muscle.
Tarzan with big muscle.
You're looking for a giant. I wonder. You know, I travel far and wide looking for a Jane. I look for a woman with beautiful blonde hair. A woman whose hair is the golden color of the sky over the Serengeti.
Golden color of the sky.
A woman with the eyes of blue like the rivers that run through the jungle.
Like the Nile?
Like the Nile. That's not in the jungle, that's in a desert. But anyway, the blue eyes and the blonde hair. Tarzan looked everywhere for this woman. He wants this woman who has maybe bad knees, so Tarzan can carry her. But I don't know where I find this woman. Could it be this one? No. Could it be this one? No. No, you don't have blonde hair. Could it be this one? Oh, no, blue eyes. Could it be this one? Tarzan must ask you a question. How are your knees? What do you think? Will you be my Jane? How are your knees, Jane? Sing us a song.
Let's sing about peace like a river. I got peace like a river. I got peace like a river. I got peace like a river in my soul. I got peace like a river. I got peace like a river. I got peace like a river in my soul. I've got love like an ocean. I've got love like an ocean. I've got love like an ocean in my soul. I've got love like an ocean. I've got love like an ocean. I've got love like an ocean in my soul. I've got joy like a mountain. I've got joy like a mountain. I've got joy like a mountain in my soul. I've got joy like a mountain. I've got joy like a mountain. I've got joy like a mountain in my soul. I've got peace like a river. I've got love like an ocean. I've got joy like feathers in my soul. I've got peace like a river. I've got love like an ocean. I've got joy like rapids in my soul. One more time. Watch this now. I've got peace, love, joy like a river. I've got peace, love, joy like a river. I've got peace, love, joy like a river in my soul. I've got peace, joy, love like a river. I've got peace, love, joy like a river. I've got peace, love, joy like a river in my soul.
You make Tarzan tired with that song.
I make Tarzan look good.
Okay. We need to do a song that makes Jane dance.
Father Abraham. Y'all remember Father Abraham?
Father Abraham.
All right, it goes something like this.
Everybody must, hey, all people in jungle must participate. All the people in jungle must participate.
Here we go. Father Abraham had many sons. Many sons had Father Abraham. I am one of them, and so are you. So let's all praise the Lord. Right on. Father Abraham had many sons. Many sons had Father Abraham. I am one of them, and so are you. So let's all praise the Lord. Left arm. Father Abraham had many sons. Many sons had Father Abraham. I am one of them, and so are you. Let's all praise the Lord. Right arm, right foot. Father Abraham had many sons. Many sons had Father Abraham. I am one of them, and so are you. Let's all praise the Lord. Right arm, right foot. Father Abraham had many sons. Many sons had Father Abraham. I am one of them, and so are you. Let's all praise the Lord. Right arm, right foot. Chin up. Father Abraham had many sons. Many sons had Father Abraham. I am one of them, and so are you. Let's all praise the Lord. Right arm, right foot. Chin up, turn around. Father Abraham had many sons. Many sons had Father Abraham. I am one of them, and so are you. So let's all praise the Lord. Right arm, right foot. Chin up, turn around, sit down. Song leader who wants to come up and do a song for us. This is Brother Mark Hellinger. Come on up, Mark. Oh, something about the King of the Jungle.
Brother Mark, Tarzan has something for you.
Okay, we're going to do Who's the King of the Jungle? Who's the king of the sea? What? Who's the king of the universe? And who's the king of me? His name is J-E-S-U-S. Yes! He's the king of me. He's the king of the universe, the jungle and the sea. Who's the king of the jungle? Who's the king of the sea? Who's the king of the universe? And who's the king of me? Jesus!
Here we go, everybody sing this one.
Who's the king of the jungle? Who's the king of the sea? Who's the king of the universe? Who's the king of me? His name is J-E-S-U-S. Yes! He's the king of me. He's the king of the universe, the jungle and the sea. Who's the king of the jungle? Who's the king of the sea? Who's the king of the universe? And who's the king of me? Jesus!
I like that one. Oh, you can't take my
All right. Hey, let's do the Wandering Jew song again, okay? You guys remember that? That's where you get the 3 words out.
Great one, Hakaluki is restless tonight. Volcano Hakaluki is rumbling. I hope you know. Here we go. There were 21 rangers. The first one's name was
was Abraham. Wait for number 2. Wait, hold on. Second one's name was Isaac. The second one's name was Isaac. The third one's name was Jacob. The third one's name was Jacob. The third one's name was Jacob. They all went down to Canaan's land. They all went down to Canaan's land. They all went down to Canaan's land. I have a question. Yes. I have a question. Ask away. What do you get when you cross a centipede with a parrot? Oh, I think I know, but I'm going to let you tell it. A walkie-talkie. 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 Let me explain this for those who are slow. A walkie-talkie. Lots of legs walkie, a parrot talkie. Okay? Hey, do y'all know why elephants are not allowed on the beach? Why are elephants not allowed on the beach? They can't keep their trunks up. Alright, one more song, okay? Everybody stand up. Sing about if you're happy and you know it. Hey. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, then you'd like to surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, then you'd like to surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, shout it in. If you're happy and you know it, shout it in. If you're happy and you know it, then your life will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, shout it in. And you know it, you all three. Happy and you know it, you all three. If you're happy and you know it, do all three. Okay, everybody. Listen, quiet. Tarzan, have one last thing for you tonight. Brother Jonathan's going to say a prayer for us before we go home. How many have had fun tonight? How many are going to come back and see Fat Tarzan tomorrow? And Skinny Dog. Okay. All right, everybody. Jonathan's going to say a prayer for us. And then don't leave without your parents. Okay.
All right, pray with me, please. All right, Lord, we thank you for this day you've given us. Thank you for all the many blessings of life. Thank you for each and every person who was able to come here today. Please help them to be able to remember what was said and for them to be able to get something out of the lesson and for them to be able to take it with them and know the love of Jesus and know the love of this congregation and know the love that that we have for one another as we put on this VBS. Help us to continue to have everyone back and have more people so that we can just tell everyone about the wonderful love that God has for them and the wonderful things that God can do in their life. And Lord, we love you and we thank you for all things. Help us to come back tomorrow. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Muscle.
Is he going here? Okay. We have to wait for the adults to come and get us. It's okay.
All right, everybody out that way. Bye, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. We'll see you tomorrow.
Hey boys, let's go.
I was not trying to laugh. You got it right.